Hello, everyone, and I want to thank you for investing in the Shareholders podcast. It's Monty here once again, and I have a great show for you guys, and I'm very excited for the topic as well. And I'll give you a little lead in before I introduce my guest. You might have heard of eSports or e-gaming, and you might not have heard of that, and you might think that it's just something that kids do or playing video games is just for kids. And I played video games as a kid growing up, and when I was growing up there was nothing, we just played with our friends and you kind of had some friends over. And I remember when the internet came out and a couple games you actually got to play people around the country, and it was kind of fun. But that was in the early days of the internet, and I haven't really done a whole lot. In terms of gaming, I still have my PlayStation, but I don't have a whole lot of time anymore. And I remember when I was a kid, my mother would be like, stop playing that game so much. Stop wasting all that time on that game. But now, if you don't know people, e-gaming is a serious business. And it is a $300 billion worldwide business. And e-gaming is people who are playing these games competitively in tournaments. They are playing these games for real money. These are like real careers and jobs. So I really am excited to have somebody on from this world. And my guest today, he is all the way from India. And he is the founder and CEO of TGW Gaming and also vSocialize You. And I just happened to kind of find him. I don't even know how. We were just talking about that, but I stumbled upon him and I was very glad I did. His name is Himanshu Chandnani. How are you doing today, sir?
Yeah, hello guys, this is Himanshu and I'm doing great, Monty. What about you?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you taking the time.
It's my pleasure being here at your talk show, and I would really love to talk to you and spread the word with the world.
Definitely, man. That's what we're here to do, is just kind of share people, different entrepreneurs and people who are doing different things in business. And so I am really excited about this topic today. So let me just ask you, to begin with, what made you want to even get into esports and e-gaming, if you will, and how did you get into it?
Well, I was pursuing a master's in sports management, and I was too much into cricket that time. So, as you know, India is a cricket-friendly or cricket-loving country.
Yeah.
So, I was interested in going into a field of cricket. I was too much interested in that, but the competition was very hard there, and I was like, I have to do something in the career which I have chose. So I was pursuing masters, and suddenly a game named PUBG showed up. I started playing it with my friends, and the idea was to make money out of it. So the basic idea was making money. So we started we will conduct few tournaments and charge players entry fee, and we will conduct a normal tournament. So it all started like this, and then after that, my cousin and my fiance, we were sitting together and we decided, let's start a company and let's do it very professionally. So that's how it began.
And so for people who don't know, PUBG is called Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. And it's a game, it's a first person shooter type game. And if you're familiar with the game Fortnite, it's like Fortnite, but it's a little different. And these games are just really sweeping the country. Now, what made you choose PUBG instead of a different kind of game to start your company with?
So, as I said, I was on an internship, and my friend was playing. The guy who was with me in the internship time, he used to play PUBG all the time, and I used to play FIFA. So I used to play soccer, goal, something like that game on my phone in my free time. So he used to say me like, भाई try PUBG. In Hindi he used to say, भाई PUBG खेल ले and बहुत मजा आएगा. So it means play PUBG, it would be a great fun. So I was like, why to spend 30 minutes on a game when I can stop and play anytime? So somehow he convinced me to download the game, and we started playing, and it happened. It happened, and I was not into TPP and FPP gaming. Like, I was not a lover of the games which are first-person shooters, but suddenly it happened, and I really loved the game.
So, how big now? Like you said, in India, I haven't been to India before. I'm gonna go one day, but I know cricket is the biggest sport in the country. But how big is esports going in India? Like, how popular is it there?
In last 1 year, it has been immense. It has grown very big. The guys, especially the youngsters, are very crazy about the game. I have seen guys who have stopped watching cricket, and they are seeing their favorite casters and streamers all around the YouTube. They are always on the YouTube watching PUBG. And there was an instance a month back. I was at a salon, and a guy was watching PUBG there. So it's a big turnaround for esports in India, and we have guys like Mortal, Scout, Ghatak. These are doing a great job in making esports environment so big in India. So a huge shout out to these guys. These guys are amazing. These guys are professional players, and they have a big number of fans, and they are turning the thing in India.
So then, now you are a CEO of a company, and you run your own gaming company. So when you're looking for players, like, how do you find good players to recruit? You know, because I'm sure there's a lot of teams out there, and there's a lot of guys that want guys on their team. Like, how do you find the guys to be on your team for like the tournaments and things like that?
So actually, I'm not founding a team. I'm not creating team. I'm not into that thing. Basically, we conduct events. We are kind of an event management company.
Oh, okay.
In esports. So we do have a lineup, but we aren't much focused on that. So we haven't built a professional lineup yet. We have a bunch of friends who are with us, and they represent our team in the professional tournaments and all.
So then you kind of host these things, and do you guys get a lot of people like from other countries? Like, you know, I know that you can kind of win, and then you kind of go up in the ranks, and the more you win, the more bigger the tournaments are. Do you get a lot of different international people to play against as well?
Yeah. Basically, the countries like Thailand, Indonesia, China, and some part of US as well. So especially in Thailand and China, the people are too much into this game, and we get a lot of participation from that part. Even in the outskirts of India, we have countries like Nepal and Bangladesh. These guys are also too much into this game.
Yeah.
So we get participation from all around the world.
So just for our listeners, how much do these guys play this game? Like, are we talking like the best players? Are they playing like 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day? How much?
You can't even imagine. These guys play 18 to 19 hours per day.
Wow.
So they wake up, they charge their phones, and they play, and they don't even realize do they have a bath? Did they have something? These guys are so crazy. They play all the time, and even there are so many professional tournaments going on right now. So the players start with 2 p.m. and they finish at around 2 a.m. at night. So they play for 12 hours continuously, and all of those are professional tournaments.
Wow.
So this thing is amazing. A big shout out or hats off to the players who are managing and playing 12 hours continuously in the professional tournaments.
Yeah, that is okay. I didn't know they were playing that much. That's wow. That is amazing. So then, for the guys, for the players, and for the teams, how much are these guys making a lot of money? Like, how much are like the best players making? Are they making like good money?
Yeah, they are making kind of good money. The basic income, like we have 3 to 4 guys who are making very big, but when it comes to other guys, they are in a mediocre zone. They are kind of managing things. They are kind of just paying their bills out, and they aren't getting anything for saving. So it's not that big right now in terms of money, but it will definitely get big in India in time coming soon. But when it comes to other countries, like we have Thailand and we have earn a lot. But when it comes to India, we have only 3 to 4 guys who are making big, but others are not like that. They aren't making anything. They are making good, but it's not that much.
So, are there any other games other than PUBG that are popular, or is everybody just playing PUBG?
So everyone is playing PUBG. No other game is not that popular in India.
Wow, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting as well. So let me ask you, I don't want to hold you up too much longer, but then for you, in terms of your company, how important then is social media for these tournaments and for you to host the things that you host and kind of, letting people know what's going on? And I know you have a YouTube channel as well where you kind of talk about the tournaments and competitions as well.
So the huge turnaround, the turnaround thing has been because of the social media.
Yeah.
So earlier the players were not there. The public never used to know the players. So as soon as the social media has come, the Instagram, the Facebook, the YouTube, they have been a big turnaround in everything from scratch to till now. When it comes to my tournaments, all the marketing and everything is on social media. We can't earn without social media. The money which we make is because of the viewership which we are getting on YouTube, the number of people following us on Instagram, and everything revolves around the social media thing. And even the officials are much concerned about the social media thing, because social media is the big thing right now, and without social media, most of these business can't even function.
Wow, that's, I guess, that's pretty much true in everything that's happening now. You have to have a social media presence out there to really make an impact. I want to really thank you, Himanshu, for your time. And this has really been enlightening for me. And I think for in America, I know that it's big, but I don't think people realize how big it is. But for you in India and these other countries, it's really, I think it's even bigger. And you guys are really, man, you're doing a lot of tournaments and a lot of players. So it's good to hear that perspective. So for you personally, let me ask you this last question. What do you want your company to be in the future? Like, what do you guys want to do with your hosting and your management in the future?
So we are doing online tournaments right now. The ultimate goal is to be the official guys who are doing the tournaments for the, like Nordwin Gaming. You might have heard about Nordwin Gaming or ESPN. These guys are all around the world. They are doing events in US as well, everywhere. So we kind of think to be at that stage, but it's too far, and we are right now focused in what we are doing, and we will grow step by step. And hopefully someday we will be there.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, and I want to thank you for coming on the Shareholders podcast. And I will be making sure to link your social medias to my page as well. You guys should check it out, because if you do know about this, they're doing tournaments internationally. And if you don't know, you should probably, I'm sure your kids or your younger brothers probably playing in some of these things as well, because this is a super popular game. And it's really sweeping the world, really. So thank you so much, man, for coming on. I really appreciate you all the way from India, taking some time to talk to us. Have a great day, man, and much success to you, okay?
Thanks a lot, and wishing you a very good journey through this career. You're doing a very good podcast show on entrepreneurs, and wish you a very good luck for this.
Thank you, man. All right, have a good one.
Okay, thank you. See you guys, and do keep watching all the episodes of Monty's show, and you guys will really enjoy it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.